I've been asked how to become a better parent. Let me introduce myself. I am a parent. I'm a parent of 4. And the question is very good because the answer is not easy. My reflection on it would be how to become a better human being. Because when we leave this world, we're not going to be asked, were you a good worker or a good parent or a good wife or a good husband? But were you the best you that you can be? How do we refine the diamond that we are so that it is really less full of impurities? And notice how I said it. Not free of impurities, but less full of impurities. Impurities in the Indian tradition are called sanskaras, which are impressions on the soul, impressions of carbon on the carbon that crystallized for thousands of years like the diamond. And these impurities need to be refined, and every spiritual tradition and every psychological tradition has technology in order to purify and refine our crystal, our diamond, our philosopher's stone, our transmuting agent which is within, inside of us. So first, to discover that we are not our feelings, thoughts, possessions, and actions that we do in this world. That are just an expression, one at a time or two at a time in a lifetime. Because a lifetime is just a flicker of light that comes and goes. And when we come to the understanding of our transient nature, we also begin to understand that we have been given a time to make ourselves more refined, more pure, more essential than a parent. So how to become a better parent? Number 1, become a better you. And that is a full-time job. Not that parenting is not a full-time job too. And one of the requisites for that, which I've learned mostly from my wonderful wife, is to see and respect each child for what they are. Number 1, they're not an extension of ourselves. Number 2, they're not here to fulfill my expectations. Number 3, they are autonomous souls, autonomous beings that have chosen us for a while to provide an environment so that they can eventually focus into their purpose, their destiny, and to activate this, they require love. And how much love can a parent give? I want to connect this to a process, a therapeutic process that I've designed many years ago called the psychospiritual, the personal integration process, or the PIP, of which I have spoken abundantly over time. And that is my first recommendation to parents, or would-be parents, to clean out what they have received, willingly or unwillingly, consciously or unconsciously, from their parents, since there is no rehearsal for life and no re-edition of the same actions that come from before. No, I'm not saying forget your ancestry. On the contrary, learn who your ancestors truly are and what influence in the passing on of the torch of life they have done, so that when you pass on the torch of life, you can understand that this service has been given to you, among others, for a short period of time, and it implies care, respect, and responsibility. You care for a baby, and you care different for a teenager, and you care differently for an adult child. That's not longer a child, but an adult. You respect their process. How do you respect your process? You need to learn to respect your own process first. And then you will respect automatically the unfoldment of that soul. And what can you do to facilitate that? Number 1, primo non nocere. Do no harm. Do not interfere. And that's very difficult for parents which think that their children have to adapt to a certain behavior in a certain way and a certain conduct and mode of relation in a society. Next attribute of good parenting is responsibility. and responsibility is causation. Did I cause my children? To an extent. Did they cause me? Absolutely. I respect that they chose to incarnate in this particular home. Now, how do you prove that? Well, let me tell you. For most things on this planet, there is no evidence-based reality. That is the drama of current science, that instead of inquiring into the universe, its nature, it wants to apply something that can be reproduced and technified and assessed in a mass. And this mass doesn't exist because each individual is a senior individual in itself. I don't mean senior in age, but in soul existence, in capacity. So care, respect, and responsibility, when they come together, allow us to be observers of another process of unfoldment of these human beings that we call our children. Thank you.